Welcome to the 245 podcast, which is the number of days it has been since our guests have begged, pleaded, on their knees, pleaded with us to be on the podcast. Please welcome Gideon and Willem, the dynamic duo.
Woo! I'm going to sue for defamation.
What do you mean?
All right.
Well, Gideon asked to be on a long time ago.
Yeah.
But you guys asked together in a very suspiciously similar email.
That was completely independent, guys.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yep.
That wasn't coordinated at all.
No. Well, on the podcast today, we have me, Micah. We got Mitchell.
Pfeiffer.
Yep. Don't want to get confused with the other Mitchell that's on our podcast.
Yep.
And then we have Jay Ritzma.
Hi. The Rizzler.
Sharing a mic with me. And then we got Gideon and Willem.
Love.
Also sharing a mic.
Bruin.
Wait, Gideon and Willem love?
Hold on.
We have an announcement to make.
No, they're going to make fan fiction of them. No.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
Cut that out.
Whoa.
Too far.
Whoa.
So
Gideon
why
Love and Willem Bruin.
There we go.
why
Bang.
did you guys want to be on the podcast so badly?
Fame, money, status.
So it sounds like the same reasons I went into ministry.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the reason we started
Yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all are just raking in the dough.
But actually, though, why'd you want to be on? They're speaking.
I don't know.
It's I don't know. I feel like I started listening and was like, I think
to the
this
mic,
would be
honey.
fun. Okay, thanks. I think this would just be something that would be fun to do. Regardless, Mitch is dying over there. It's really funny. But then, as Gideon started listening to it more, I guess like it just sort of, I don't know. I just thought about it and was like, this would be really fun to do because we kind of have an interesting dynamic. We're goofy.
Really?
That is the.
I apologize for my friend's words that are unnecessary. When did you start listening, Willem?
Oh heck.
Speaking to the mic,
It's-
dearest.
Yeah, stop leaning back in your seat.
Good posture,
Too
my friend.
I would say pretty quickly after it started. I want to say I started listening at around episode, like when episode 12 or 13 was released.
Wow.
Dang.
So OG listener here.
Yeah.
So he is a better fan than I am. I think Kylie told me about it, and I was like, "That's boring. I do not care." And then,
fair.
And where
and
did
then
it
at
bring
some
you?
point, yeah, back to you.
me.
I think at some point I was bored, and then I looked for it, and then the newest episode was Braden, and I was like, "Oh, this has got to be good."
Banger.
And then
It was,
haven't stopped since.
That episode is one of my personal favorites. It's so out of pocket. It's so funny.
There's an even more out of pocket cut,
Yep.
I know.
unreleased. Well, it was released.
I heard the
Yeah.
original, and now I cannot remember the things that were cut, and it kills me. I wish I knew.
We'll talk about it after.
I don't know. There's too many episodes. I can't keep track of the ones that I've listened to. At least the specifics of each one. Because what episode are we on now?
I think this is 126,
What? That's
Dang.
crazy.
which is insane.
Guys, we're already over a quarter of the way to 200.
Oh, wait, we can't stop now.
Yeah, we're not
I mean,
stopping
you gotta
until
keep going. And then,
245.
hey, once you get to 200, you might as well go to 250.
And then
No,
if
no,
you're at
245.
245,
Oh yeah, that's true.
we
My
we
bad.
stop at 245.
Yeah,
Honestly, that might be the strat.
That was the goal.
from the very beginning.
Yeah. Well, maybe you guys should tell us a little bit about yourselves one at a time. And that's it.
Okay,
Yeah,
wow.
Maybe clarify your
I miss
your
when
class.
Joey asked the questions.
Yeah, clarify what class. Yeah, we can switch to that.
What?
Joey has good.
Joey is the good interviewer.
Yeah.
Okay, after that, Joey can ask questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying who I am.
Yeah, here, let me step in here.
Okay, thank you, Joseph.
So introduce yourselves to the people. Talk about what you're doing for school, what year you are, and a little bit about yourselves, like your hobbies, pastimes, stuff like that. There you
You
go.
want us to tell like what
Favorite coach.
Yeah, favorite coach.
That's
If
a
you
tough
have
one.
any.
Anyways, do you want us to talk about like what we're doing next year too?
Yeah, sure. That was gonna be my second question, but
I'm
let's.
gonna-
split it
I'm
up into
nominating
two
Gideon
questions.
to start.
Okay, of course you are.
Wow.
He's so selfless and kind. All right, so my name is Gideon Love, as you could probably read in the title if you're literate. And I am a homeschooled senior, gasp, a homeschooler, I know.
No.
No, there's two of them now.
Two of them. They
No!
Take over. Majority.
No.
No.
Okay. Anyway, you'll get over it someday. I do theater. Joey.
There's also three of them.
Okay, basically, imagine everything Joey
There's four of
doesn't
them.
like.
There's 4 of them.
I am not.
Yes,
Ava
you
is
are.
just here
You did
pointing
it.
at me.
You
No.
did theater.
No.
Yes, you did.
I don't think so.
Don't
You have
ruin
no
your
proof.
past, Joey.
You
Own
have
your-
no proof.
Joey,
Oh,
were
you're
you in a
fast,
show
Joey.
at one point? Joey, how many shows were you in? 2?
No,
theater.
I was in 0 actually.
Okay. Anyway, if you imagine all the things Joey doesn't like, I do those. Except I lift weights, so
There
I
you
do
go.
enjoy that.
so we have one small thing in common.
Based.
Let's see. I don't know. I'm not gonna do college stuff yet. We're gonna split it up, make the people wait on the edge of their seats. All right, go to Willem now. I'm done talking.
My name is Willem Bruin. If you also couldn't tell that from the title, I don't know what you're doing. I am a senior at Avail Academy High School. Christian education on purpose.
Of course.
They've brainwashed him.
I don't know. I'm involved in way too many things.
What things, Willem?
I'm at. Give me a second.
He's
Gideon.
getting there.
Let me cook. I am currently in baseball and the musical, which is an
Ooh.
interesting balance because I'm constantly flipping between. So like this week, today I was at rehearsal, and then I'm here on the podcast. Hype. And then the next 3 days I'm going to baseball games, and then on Friday I'm back at rehearsal. So that's an interesting dynamic.
Dang.
Then I do a lot with music at Avail. Like I'm in choir band and I lead the praise team as well, which is super fun. But yeah, I don't know what else you guys want me to talk about. I played basketball for Joey.
Let's
for
go.
There you go.
3 years, 4 years. I don't know if you classify this year because I was JV.
I would say
classify it. So,
all
all 4 years. I
Yeah, all
got
4 years.
Mr. Joey Ritzma as my coach.
Let's go.
I love how you put the Mister in there. You know, that's respect.
That's what I make them refer to me as. During practice.
It's actually Coach Mr. Joey Ritzman.
My bad, coach.
Joey.
Yes.
Mr. Reverend Coach Joey Ritzma.
There you go.
Anyways, I'm gonna let Gideon talk about his plans for next year.
Okay. So I didn't mention this earlier, but Willem is doing baseball and theater, and I'm doing my classic theater and then more theater.
He doubled down.
So I'm in 2 shows, which is its own thing, and we can talk about it later, maybe. I don't know. But believe it or not, I'm going to go to school for, guess?
Baseball.
Math.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, let's go.
No, I'm going to Taylor University in Indiana for musical theater and communications with a minor in honors, which sounds stupid, a minor in honors, but that's what they call
Wow.
it when you're in the honors program.
Dude's getting a theater major and not coming to UNW. Can
That's
you imagine?
crazy.
What are you doing, dude?
I mean, I
Yeah, Gideon. No, pass it back. Pass it back. Gideon, tell us a little bit how you discovered this college or university?
University.
University.
We're fancy, don't even.
Yeah.
What's their graduate program even in? Theater?
Well, Mitch, stop trying to sideline this conversation. And like, how did you discover it, and what made you choose to go there?
I discovered it because my oldest brother went there for lacrosse, and yes, Ava looks up.
Are they good?
Yeah, it was here too.
They are not great, but they are much better than when he was there. Like they got a lot better.
Oh, okay.
It was a brand new program when he.
Oh,
came.
okay.
So, yeah, and then I had heard about it. He really loved it there. I was like, okay, I'll visit, I'll check it out, and then I enjoyed the campus and enjoyed the people, and they have a pretty good theater program. So
Pretty good.
pretty good.
Is pretty good mean like better than UNW's?
Bro, he picked. You don't have a guilt trip now. Let him. He can make his own
I
decisions.
got a good scholarship
Jeez.
and I committed. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gosh.
Let me
I'm
be.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I do like
Bullying.
UNW, okay? I do like UNW. They have very good. Anyway, let Willem talk. I've had enough of this.
So it was actually mentioned in an email that I sent a few weeks ago, but I I'm going to Dordt University.
Why would you go?
Have you heard that UNW also has programs in other stuff too? Why would you ever consider a different school than UNW? Ugh.
UNW is the only school I know.
Anyways, I'm going to Dordt University for secondary music education for both vocal and instrumental. That's something that is different than what I emailed. I emailed and it was just vocal, but I'm doing both.
Wow.
With a minor in theater and a coaching endorsement. I'm still looking into the coaching endorsement, but I'm really, really hoping I can do it so I can steal Joey's job in a few years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He's coming.
Yo, what is it? What does the coaching endorsement mean?
It's I don't know. I'm still looking into it, but I think it's more designed for non-education majors because a lot of education stuff is fairly similar to coaching stuff. So I think it's for that, but I saw that that Dordt had it and was looking into it a little bit. That's more of a recent development. But anyways, I'm going to be doing theater, band, and choir there, so I will be very, very busy. But yeah, I don't know. I've kind of been committed for my entire life, as Gideon likes to say.
Yeah, there was never any doubt.
He was destined
He
for
came out of the
Dordt.
womb with a Dordt sticker on his
Did your parents go to Dordt, or what's the connection?
My grandparents went to Dordt, and my parents went to Dordt, and now Grace is going to Dordt. So
Yeah.
I have a little bit of bias.
That's
guys.
tough.
My
That's how we
point
lost
stands.
Josh too.
Yep.
We knew.
Yeah. Lemmings. I mean, what? Anyway,
What? What?
lemmings.
I apologize on behalf of Mitchell. That is uncalled for.
Sorry, I'm just trying to keep it lively here.
Okay, talk to me a little bit about how you guys picked your majors and like what are you guys hoping to do for a career after you get your major?
Yeah, so I kind of chose my major just because I've been involved in music like my entire life. It's just been something that I grew up doing. Like I can't remember when there wasn't music in my house, which is kind of an awesome experience. But then going into high school, I was completely unsure. I mean, as most freshmen are, unless you have your life planned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair point. Why? But then I went to a few honor choirs and like choir festivals and stuff, and I got to see some of these like really, I don't know, elite or higher level choir directors at work, and like it was just super fun experiences for me. And I said, I want that job. I want to be able to do that and experience that. And then as my high school career has continued, like I've gone to more and more things of that, and just I don't know, choir's become one of my favorite subjects just because I enjoy it so much. And then I don't know, that's kind of the gist of it. So
Cool.
So
All right.
sorry, just to clarify, the
never
career would
mind.
be a choir director. That
Yes.
would be the dream
sorry,
job
I didn't
there.
answer the career plan. So my goal or hope is for me to be able to run an entire school's music program. So that's why I'm kind of doing the theater minor, the choir, and the instrumental. So I can direct the choir and the band there, and then also run the theater program, just so that I can
Wow.
be more
Dang.
involved.
Dude wants to monopolize
That's what I'm saying.
the music and theater department at his school.
Bruin High School.
I am the everything.
I am the captain now.
No, but I don't know. That's
I like
sort
that.
of the goal, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Didn't Tim Sawyer come to Avail a few weeks ago?
Oh
with
yes,
the
for
choir?
honor choir or not honor choir, choir competition, which is that's another interesting thing. It's like the one act competition where it's like
Yeah.
how do you judge art, which that's a whole thing. But that was fun. He got to work with our choir. Gideon's laughing in the background from my comments. I mean that's fairly usual. But
Dynamics.
regardless, that was really fun. I mean I've done things like when I toured here at UNW, which sadly I'm not going to. But I got the opportunity to sing with the men's choir with
nice.
Josh Schoenberg and like Mason
Right.
and Brock Martin as well. That was really fun. It's a fun vibe, but
Yeah, I loved men's choir when I was in it.
it's I don't know. I loved the men's choir here. Like it's really good. But Dordt also has a men's.
So why aren't you this guy?
Yeah, so it wasn't good enough to get you
but
here.
Dordt's men's choir is really really good.
I
the
know-
Canons of Dordt. It's
Yeah, no, they're
crazy.
like known for that.
Wait, they're called the Cannons of Dordt?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's really funny, but no.
No, they have a very good music program.
That is also another reason why. Because I don't know. I like the music program here, but compared to Dordt. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass the microphone
I gotta
before I
give it to
get
them.
punched.
Who
At
would
least
punch
we have a theater to. I mean, who cares?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Joey, what are you doing?
Hey, what about me as the worm? You know, that was pretty good, right?
I mean, you were indeed plump and juicy. I will not
you.
deny that.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. I'm here all week. Actually, not. What am I answering again?
How did you pick your major, and what are your career goals after you graduate?
Okay, so I made a wheel and I spun it, and you know these things happen. No, I did not. I've liked theater since I was 8 when I did my first show. My family is not a theater family. My family is a sports family. So it was kind of random that I ended up doing a theater class and then doing a show, and then I loved it. And then fast forward to like early high school, I was thinking like, I was going between architecture, kinesiology, things like that kind of interest me, but they didn't quite interest me as much as theater. And then last summer, I kind of just went, screw it, I want to study theater. And I'll add communications on there too, because I can do a lot with that if theater doesn't work. But if theater does work, the goal would be like probably acting part-time, because I doubt I would get full-time. But
It's ridiculously hard to make it into the theater business. I've looked into it. It's ridiculous.
we understand. We understand.
That's
I
why
think
faith,
he's
no
got it. I
faith
think
at all.
he's got it.
I do
appreciate you looking out for him.
I do know that. Thank you. All right. Anyway, after that interruption, I would hope to like direct at some high school theater program, either at a school or the other show that I'm in is just a theater company, something like that. I'd love to direct at that level.
Well, it won't be at Willem's high school because he's got that lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Willem wears every
owns that
hat
spot.
at that high school.
I just realized what if I coach too? Oh boy.
Dude's there 24/7. You might as well just like, if you're building this school like from scratch, you better add like a little bedroom on the sides for you, because you're gonna be there all the time. So Gideon, you're just basically like Troy Bolton in your family a little bit.
So you know what's great? I haven't seen High School Musical.
Well, your life is basically the plot of High School Musical.
Okay. Cool.
His dad's like the basketball coach.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, he's going to go to college to play basketball, and then he decides to do theater instead.
Yeah.
That's it.
That should be part
Okay.
of the title. Like we have Troy Bolton and Willem Bruin.
I guess I literally am Troy Bolton because my mom played lacrosse in college and my dad played soccer in college, and all of my siblings except me played 3 sports all the way through high school. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna do theater actually.
So how many siblings do you have?
I'm the youngest of 4.
Oh, you're the youngest of 4. And then you have one brother,
I have 2 brothers and a sister.
2 brothers and a sister. And they all did 3 sports through high school,
Yeah.
and you were like, I'm going to do theater. Hey, good for you.
I really hope that's true. Wait,
Good for
what
you.
did Alethea do? She did soccer, basketball. Maybe I lied. She might have only done 2.
No.
Gasp.
We
But she
got
also
'em.
plays like 30,000 instruments, so
it's absurd.
it makes up for it. But then my other brothers played. Oh wait, she played.
Is your brother Kevin Love
No.
in the NBA?
Unfortunately, no. When I was like 8 to 10, I got that so often.
Yeah.
Emotional scars.
Might be.
No, you're good. Yeah. I don't know what I'm saying, so we should probably get another question from Joseph Ritzema.
So now that you are ending your high school career, looking back, what are some of the highlights of your high school experience? What are the things that you think you'll take with you into this next chapter of life?
I don't know.
Man,
if
I got these questions on deck.
I don't know if Gideon can answer this question because he was homeschooled.
That's criminal. That's criminal.
I'm kidding.
That's
Kidding,
criminal.
Gideon. We love you.
experience than you did.
It's not a competition. Anyways, some highlights. Theater for sure has been a highlight. Just it's been really fun, and I've gotten to know a lot of people really, really well. a highlight from theater, either this show that we're currently in, that we are 2 weeks out from, which is scary.
Want to give a little plug when
Big Fish,
opening day
April
is?
24 through the 26th. We have 4 performances, Thursday, Friday at 7, Saturday at 2 and at 7. So come see it. I don't know when this is coming out, so hopefully before then.
This Friday, it's coming out.
What's it called? What'd you say? Big Fish?
Big Fish.
We watched it in Mr. Scott's class, the movie.
We watched it too.
We watched it. It was our junior,
Hard to remember way back then.
sophomore, one of those 2 years.
Can you give me the plot of Big Fish so I can try to remember it?
That's hard to do with no
They would
spoilers.
remember
quickly.
better than me.
Basically,
Ewan McGregor was in it.
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
Conor McGregor was it?
It was wild.
Who the freak is that guy?
Anyways, I'm not gonna give any plot. Just saying you should just come see it and find out for yourself. Hey,
Can I read the Google overview?
yeah, go for it.
This is of the movie, which I assume is the same story. When Edward Bloom becomes ill, his son William travels to be with him. William has a strained relationship with Edward because his father has always told exaggerated stories about his life, and William thinks he's never really told the truth. Even on his deathbed, Edward recounts fantastical anecdotes. When William, who is a journalist, starts to investigate his father's tales, he begins to understand the man and his penchant for storytelling. Are you remembering this? Joey?
That's pretty accurate.
I
mean,
feel like all of those movies that Mr. Scott made us watch kind of blend together
that is very
into
true.
one very wild story. Very
Did you
wild.
guys watch Elephant Man?
Yes,
Yes.
there's one of them. Then there was the one where they
Truman
like
Show?
it was in the South. That was fire.
Oh,
Truman
we
Show's
watched
actually-
that one
this
this
year.
year.
Yeah, the one in the
It's just
South.
for rotation.
The one with the KKK and the tornadoes?
Yeah.
And we Googled it, and that's what we looked up, and we
Yeah.
found it. Isn't it like Gone? No, it's not Gone with the Wind. That's something.
When Calls the Heart?
Yeah.
I was close.
I didn't.
And
mind
then
that
there was
movie.
this
Yeah.
one where, yeah, it was really trippy.
Okay, so I think Mr. Scott just rotates through the movies.
Oh, he definitely does,
And
which is smart.
never finds
Except
it.
we watched that one in class. We didn't watch it at a retreat.
Oh,
We never watched Big Fish at a retreat.
interesting.
We watched that at a retreat, and
Yeah.
The feast, the Bebot's feast.
Bebet's Feast.
That's literally what I said.
Said Bebop.
Bebop, 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 bebop.
anyways, yeah. So
That was a terrible plot to the movie. That one. Here, I won a bunch of money. Let me just buy food and be done with it. One meal.
What's wrong with being generous,
Sorry,
Joey?
sorry, my bad, my bad.
Anyways.
You guys
Send the
get back
love.
to
I don't
talking
know.
about your show, Big Fish.
it was kind of a mixed reaction when we got the news that it was that, because everybody was like, "What the heck? This is not gonna be a good show." Because all of us did not have great reactions. Because Big Fish at like 10 at night, when you're trying to have a thoughtful discussion with Mr. Scott about the
Were you trying to have a thoughtful
messages.
discussion?
No, I was not.
I was trying to go to bed.
Fair point. But it was very mixed reactions all around. But it's been super fun. So, funny enough, the 2 main characters that were mentioned in the Google overview are me and Gideon. Gideon is Edward, and I am William, aka Will Bloom.
So wait, so you're the dad.
That makes sense.
Wait.
I am your father.
Oh, wait. Oh, you're the journalist, Willem.
Yeah.
And you're
I
the
am
dad.
your father.
I'm
Do
the
you,
dad
do you
who
play
tells
the
crazy stories.
Do you play the younger version of yourself too?
Yeah, I play all of the versions.
Okay.
But it's really fun because there is a younger version of Will in the show, and Nathan Nelson plays that.
That is so perfect.
It is. It's impeccable.
'Cause you guys,
then
like,
also
look-
like
yeah,
also
so
like
the-
Will has a son later in the show, and so Nathan Nelson is me, but also my son, which is interesting. Anyways,
That's really
Surprised they just bring out your brother like they have in the past.
okay. Tuck was also another theater highlight. Getting back on track from our very long tangent. Tuck Everlasting was so much fun. I got to play a really fun role in Hugo.
Low key, my favorite role, you and Mason.
Dude, it was the vibes were immaculate.
Sorry, Gideon.
No, that's fine. I prefer them to my character too.
Yeah. Well, that's one highlight. I'll let Gideon talk more about theater in a second, but also basketball in general. Shout out Joey, doing a good job. I don't know. It's just fun to have a team that you can like build, and like it's basically just a band of brothers at the end of the season when you're like through, I don't know how many days, like 110 days of basketball and like 20 to 30 games, and it's a long season. But you get to build a lot of really good friendships. So that's something that I've been blessed to have, and also it's been really enjoyable for me. I'll let Gideon talk now. I've been yapping.
Okay. Let's see. Highlights of high school. Also theater. Definitely the musicals, specifically Tuck Everlasting, and this one. This is for sure my favorite show that we've done. And the one acts have been really fun. I did 2, and the first one I did, we went to state, which was pretty epic.
Dang.
So that was a very fun experience. Closer to the mic? Are you
Looking at the WAV
the WAV frame?
The waffle.
Oh, the Wava Frame, no. Anyway, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs?
Hi, Mr. Krabs. All right, anyway. No, I should not do impressions. No.
Tangents.
No, Willem.
We're not doing What Are the Odds, especially not with Mitch.
Yeah, if he's in the room, you're losing.
See, Gideon knows all of the deep holes of the
Yeah.
2.5.
Anyway, highlights of high school. No offense to Joey, but not really basketball.
Wow.
Most of my basketball in high school was not Joey, so that's not why basketball was not.
Wait, what you call him? It's Mr. Joey to you.
Oh, my bad, Mr. Reverend Dr. Joey, man. He was a good coach. I'll put that out there.
Thanks, Gideon.
I'm not afraid.
You were a
to
good
say
player.
Thank you. I appreciate
It's
that.
just hard when you come in a junior year and you kind of already have a team kind of established and you're just new.
But I was
Yeah.
never great at sports, which is hard when you're in a sports family. So, yeah. Anyway, this is not supposed to be sad. So I don't know where I'm going with this. What are other highlights of high school?
Any classes
what did I
or,
do
or
in high
teachers
school?
or
Mr. V.
Mr. V has been a highlight of high school.
Dude, his class
gotta
Honestly,
be.
just doing stuff at Avail has been a highlight of high school, because before that, okay, shut up, Willem. I had a decent amount of friends, but not as many, and it's been really nice at Avail to have the full community. So that's been very fun, and getting to do theater with lots of people and get to know them really well. So I don't know what else to say.
Another question.
Mr. Reverend Joey.
My question that I wanted to come back to, Gideon, is how you're doing 2 shows at the same time and how that came to be and how that's going. That seems like something that would be very difficult to do.
Seems very taxing.
But maybe you're just him, and that's fun.
All of the above are correct. It is hard, and I am him.
Glad we got your pronoun.
No. All right. Anyway, so I went to see Kaleidoscope Performing Arts do Beauty and the Beast this fall. I know you didn't see it.
We said.
All right. Anyway, I went to see that. I was like, oh, this is really good. And the director for Kaleidoscope was my first theater director, and she's been trying to get me to come to Kaleidoscope for like 2 years. And I saw it, and it was really good, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. And they're doing The Music Man, which is a really fun show. So the director was kind of...
Plug music, man.
I will eventually. We'll get there. Be patient, young one.
Young Padawan.
Let's see. Where am I?
Kaleidoscope.
Why am I here? Just to suffer. Anyway. Kaleidoscope. I went to see that show, and then I found out that they only rehearse in the evenings, Tuesday, Thursday, and that seemed like something I could fit around a spring musical because I'm insane. So I was kind of back and forth, and then I ended up deciding to do it, and it has been crazy. I have Tuesday, Thursdays, I go to rehearsal at Avail, and then I go directly to rehearsal at Kaleidoscope
How many
until 9.
rehearsals do you have a week?
The most I can have per week, if Avail does 6 days, is 8 total rehearsals in a week.
Wow.
Which, it's like the most fun I've had in high school, so
They doing Saturday rehearsals at Avail now?
yeah, not super often.
Okay.
It also doesn't help that we're 2 weeks out, so like this Saturday or this coming Saturday is Q to Q.
Oh.
That'll be fun.
See, I love all these things that Lydia's doing that we just never did at Avail, or
It's crazy.
we didn't have like a formal Q to Q, and
I mean, we have this is the first year where we've had it where it's actually labeled Q to Q and not just first tech rehearsal that's really, really long for Q to Q.
Because then it's a better understanding of like, okay, well, people know what we're actually doing, and it's not like you feel like you're not going anywhere.
No,
Q to Q is kind of
Lydia has definitely run it very professionally, which I like.
Wait, who is this Lydia?
Lydia Devil. Thoreen hasn't directed shows for a few years there. Lydia Devil is
the one who sings when she talks. Like, stop doing that.
Yeah, she does do that a lot. She is our age, but she went to high school with Ava, actually. Fun fact.
Whoa, that's a deep pull.
The lore deepens.
Yeah, but she's our age. She graduated a year early, and she was a theater major. Trying to think if you would have seen her in a show.
Did you see Charlie Brown?
No, they didn't see Charlie Brown.
Dang.
Anastasia, she was not in my cast, so you wouldn't have seen her. But you probably recognize her, yeah. Mitch probably would too.
Maybe. I don't know.
But she knew, who would she know? Mrs. Jansen?
I possibly.
She knew someone.
Schumachers?
No, it wasn't through them.
Okay.
It was not through like Schumachers at all.
Okay.
It was through someone that they asked, and then she did it last year.
Yeah.
So yes, her rehearsal processes seem to be very similar to the way UNWs are run.
Yeah. She had us like sign UNW's whatever. I promise I won't get a forehead tattoo agreement.
Oh yeah. Yep.
The whole long agreement about all the stuff you can't do.
Like you can't like get a haircut without asking the director.
Yeah.
You can't get a tattoo. You can't change your appearance basically without permission.
Oh, okay.
After you've been cast.
Because they cast you in the way you look currently. So they're like, okay, we don't want you to go get a tattoo on your forehead now.
Dang it.
So, yeah.
Never let me have any fun.
So yeah, 2 shows. Who are you in The Music Man?
I am the mayor. There's 2 casts, which is interesting. There's a lot of people and there's a lot of talented people, so I think they did 2 casts so that more people could have big roles? ? I don't know. They didn't do 2 casts before, so it's kind of weird. But in one of them, I am the mayor, which is a decent role, and then the other one I have a smaller role of I'm part of the barbershop quartet and one of the salesmen at the beginning. If that means anything to you at all.
Nope. I've never seen it.
Not one bit.
You should come and see it. It's a plug here.
Yeah. You should come to see it, and I don't know what day it is, so
This dude.
give me a moment. I'm focused on Big Fish. I have not been paying attention to when this is.
So let me get this straight. You're one dude in 2 different musicals, and you have 3 different roles.
Yes.
Wow.
He might be him. We might have found him, guys.
Let's go.
Timothy.
All right.
Might actually
Timothy
be
Love.
Troy.
All right. May 16th. Wait. Oh, there's so many. May 16th, 17th, and 18th. And
Graduating that weekend. Sorry.
oh, that's unfortunate. I don't know. There's so many dates. 16th at 7 p.m., 17th at 1 p.m., 18th at 4 p.m., and 18th at 7 p.m. are all Alpha Cast. That's the cast I know, poorly named.
Wait, please tell me what the name of the second cast is.
It's Omega Cast. It's not, it would have been way funnier, though, if it's the Beta Cast.
The beta cast.
Sigma cast.
No. Anyway, and then the 15th at 7, the 17th at 4, the 17th at 7, and the 18th at 1. If you can keep all of those numbers in your head, that's Omega Cast. And you should come see it, maybe, if you feel led.
Led by the Lord.
Yes.
Does Kaleidoscope, the theater program, have anything to do with Kaleidoscope, the school?
I didn't know there was a Kaleidoscope, the school,
Okay.
so I'm gonna
Well,
go.
you destroyed them in
no.
basketball. That's what I was about.
What? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not good at basketball.
Yeah, I don't
I
think.
went there like 2 years ago, and it was like a 45-minute drive for like a running clock.
Yeah.
As soon as
Yeah. Because I remember, I think it was the year after I graduated, and we had like Josiah and Logie. I think they were pretty decent. They had like 2 or 3 guys that were pretty good. It was actually pretty competitive.
And the year
But
after
then
that,
year after that wasn't great because they
Yikes.
graduated those kids, and now I don't think they have a team because we haven't played them in
yeah,
2 or
like,
3 years.
I want to say for that game, I got in varsity, and that's a rare occurrence. I'm decent at basketball, but I'm not that good.
Still whooped up on some Kaleidoscope kids though, so there you go.
Oh,
Empty
okay. You guys aren't just gonna ask
Crickets,
any,
oh no.
any question. Well, I gave one to Gideon about what he's doing.
So give Willem.
So I'm gonna give one to Willem, and I'm gonna ask about
Don't
God
panic.
sport, which is baseball, and just see how's it. How is the team look at? Hey, I'm a pastor, Gideon, so whatever I say is true.
Watch your words.
when it comes to spiritual authority.
Watch your
Yeah.
words, Senator Gideon.
How is baseball going? How is the team looking? Where are you at in the season? What position do you play? All that stuff.
So baseball this year, it's an interesting vibe because Mitch. and
Okay, just
Gideon
two of our
like-
guests just walked out of the studio without saying anything.
It's fine. I can yap. Yeah. So this year it's interesting vibe because we changed. We were originally the LMAC Titans because we're a co-op team with Liberty Classical Academy, Math and Science Academy, Avail Academy, and then Chesterton for some reason. Even though Chesterton has a baseball team, but this year they changed it to the Liberty Lions, which is tragic.
Okay, let me call.
Uh-oh.
I am
crazy.
like this far away from losing it on Liberty. They are doing all this stuff. I'm not going to mention much about basketball because I have insider information, but oh my goodness, basketball stuff is wild. But then my parents told me about this, and the thing is, I think they switched it for my senior year of baseball. So it's only been a few years where we've been the
LMAC Titans.
Yeah, Almac Titans. We wanted it to be the Mustangs because Gabe drove a Mustang. Fun fact. That's what we wanted it to be. But yeah, and Liberty doesn't send that many kids to do it. We send the most kids. It really
They
is
have
crazy.
2 kids,
Yeah.
and then like we have. It's crazy how big our team is. We have 20 guys rostered,
You
which
have
is absurd. Like last year we had 15, that's a solid size for a team because
Yeah.
then you have a fair amount of guys on the bench, but also like your bullpen's fairly deep. But then this year we have 20, which is ridiculous. So like Liberty has 2, Math and Science has like 10, and we have 8-ish, I think.
Wow.
Oh, Math and Science
Hold
is
up.
sending 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
they actually have a lot a lot of freshmen join. So hold up, I'm gonna count real quick. You guys do something.
You have 8 from Avail?
I don't think it's quite it. I think it's like 6, maybe 7. I
Still,
can't
it's a
can't
lot.
remember.
It's a decent
Yeah,
amount.
it's
Wow.
a crazy amount.
But that's just like they have 10% of the team, and they wanted to switch it back to the
you know
Liberty.
what really irks me? The reason, like Coach Dave St. Martin, absolute goat. He's awesome coach. He said like the reason why they changed it is because Liberty provides the most resources and provides the most money, which like that's just like not true because we're all of the other teams like each player has to pay a fee to play.
Yeah,
so that's where a lot of the money comes from. And then also like resources, they do nothing. Like I mean, they give us
They go
their,
play in the yard. Yeah.
yeah, like
you
we
go to
play
a
in their
park.
gym and go to a park and
Yeah.
practice. We aren't even on an actual field.
Yeah. And my parents, my
feels
parents were so
stupid.
mad because they like got a bill for new jerseys, and they were like, "We don't want to pay for these. Keep the old ones. They're
Exactly,
only a few
like-
years old." They were.
Funny thing about the new jerseys, because we got new jerseys this year for LCA, which does not feel right to say. It
Yeah.
should be LMAC. But because of that, like, coach was like, you guys should do a fundraiser and like set up an entire fundraiser for us. And it's like, if you sell more than 20 units, you can keep your old Titans jersey. And I'm like, that is one, that's kind of a
that's
decent
so
incentive
backwards.
because like I would keep that. But 2, like the fundraiser sucks. Like I appreciate the effort, but like it's like popcorn and coffee, like,
Yeah, and they're selling it at
and it's like
games.
$18 for like a gallon bag of popcorn.
Yeah,
like
and don't
absurd.
and don't parents have to like help out run it? Yeah, my parents were
silly.
so mad.
They can't see it, but I nodded. So, yeah. But anyways, our team looks pretty good this year. We're really, really young, which is an interesting vibe because like probably close to half the team is underclassmen. But like it's weird because like I say half the team is underclassmen, but then the other half is seniors. So like they're losing like 7 seniors this year, which is absurd because it's 3 from Avail and then like 5 or 6, I don't remember, from Math and Science, which that's going to be interesting because a lot of the guys from who are seniors have been playing and like starting for most of their time. So I don't know. I'm excited for it to continue to keep on going, but it's a bit weird to wrap my brain around because this is my last year of competitive baseball because I'm not doing college sports. So it's been interesting, but
Nice. And have you guys had games yet?
yes, we have had 3 games. We are currently 2-1, and then this game, this week is ridiculous. We have 4 games in 5 days.
Oh.
So there's a game today that I skipped for rehearsal. Then there's a game tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and then not on Friday because it's Good Friday. But we still have rehearsal, which is interesting.
Oh, wow. That seems illegal.
Yeah.
Not actually.
So you're 2 weeks from opening, and you're missing 3 rehearsals this week.
Well, okay. One of the rehearsals is costume parade, which I have 2 costumes, so it's
then you're
super light
fine.
for me. And then the other one's like I've been
See,
talking.
we didn't do that either.
I've been talking with Lydia a lot, and she's been super awesome with letting me go to baseball because she understands that it's my last season in baseball ever, and like I'm still gonna do theater at Dordt. So, but
So you're the son. How I don't remember like how much he's in it. Like is he in a decent amount or
he's classified as a main. So I mean, I'm in a majority of the show.
but not like in any of the flashback stuff.
No, which is an interesting vibe. Which I mean, I can let Gideon talk about that too. So
Whoa. All right, I'm back. Yeah. So, I mean, the interesting thing about Will in the theater production version is he's in quite a bit, but a lot of them he's kind of separate from the flashbacks.
like doing vignettes.
Yeah. So he'll be looking like at the flashbacks from outside and have a
Oh.
couple scenes or something. So it's interesting. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You're not like in any choreography.
No, which is kind of sad because I enjoy choreography, but I don't know. I don't mind it because it makes my life a little easier.
Yeah.
It's true.
But
That was
then-
me during holiday.
Yeah. Then, like, Edward is in most of the show. And it's interesting because I have to be between 15 and, like, 65. And there's no, like, makeup change. There's no... One of them I go on stage from, like, 65 to 18. And the only change is I'm taking off a sweater. And I have to just do everything else with body language and...
I mean,
I
old
hold
people
myself.
wear sweaters and 18-year-olds don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean,
That's how it
Does.
goes. But that'll be interesting because, I mean, in the movie, there are different actors for different Edward ages.
right. And I know some people do that for this stage one too, but
Yeah. But that would
not
be
at a
lot.
small school of Ale.
We barely have enough people as it is. So
You have any other questions?
I was gonna ask him what are the things that you're most excited for going to college, and what are the things that you're most nervous for?
Who go first? Because I got on some of that.
We can get some advice.
well, he's doing what I did.
Yeah, Mitch, you want to show him?
Yeah.
Make sure you put a trash can on the door.
yeah. Oh, I'll forget.
All right.
Well, I was talking to Willem, not you.
Anyway, so things I'm excited for college, and then things I'm scared about. Okay, I'm excited for lots of new people. For
How
higher-
big is this school? Do you have any idea?
I think it's like 2,800, something like that.
Okay. Is that close to? It's bigger than Northwestern. Okay.
Yeah,
I need a frame of
that
reference.
could be wrong. I could just be making up numbers, but I think it's in the like 1,000 or 2,000s somewhere. It's not huge, but I think it is a little bigger than UNW. So lots of new people. I'm interested to see how living in a dorm will go. I mean, I'm excited for that, for the community, but also that's going to be very different.
How are their dorms?
They're pretty good. The best dorm I've heard to be in is not the nicest dorm, but it has the best community of guys. So that's the one
okay.
I requested. Like, the rooms are not the nicest out of all the dorms, but apparently the community of guys is really good there. So,
All right.
and then I'm excited for college theater with like stuff being more professional and higher level. And
Have you seen shows there?
I have not, which is not my favorite thing, but they were all of their shows this year were during other shows that I was in. So, So that's not my favorite that I haven't seen one before I go, but from other stuff I could learn about it, I think they're pretty good. I don't know how they would compare to Northwestern without watching a show, but I think they're pretty good. I don't know. I don't know what I'm scared about for college. Can I flex?
Permission to flex.
Yeah.
Granted.
Okay. Awesome. I got part of why I'm going to Taylor is I got good scholarships there, and I shouldn't have to take out any loans, which will be
Let's go.
So
That's the way to do it.
so yeah, I got a good theater scholarship that I'd never told you about, and then
Finding out now on the
I knew
podcast.
that you had.
This is like on Survivor when there's an idol and they don't tell your alliance.
I knew you got the scholarship because my mom told me, but was like she didn't specify how
Moms
much.
know
so-
everything.
yeah.
You can't hide anything from moms.
Our moms are friends. Too,
Yeah.
so.
Well, of course.
So I'm sure my mom told your mom, and she was so excited that she told you. But yeah, so that will be pretty epic. Pretty sweet, I must say. So I'm excited for that part. And I don't know. I've said this already, but meeting all the new people and being in a new place, I am somewhat scared for how far away it is. It's like a 9.5-hour drive, but
Wow.
it's doable.
Well, you know what? It's only like a 6-hour drive from Dordt, so I can come and see you on a whim.
On a whim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe you guys just meet in the middle somewhere
Yeah.
in Chicago or whatever.
Yeah. It would be, but also like the times I would go see you would be for shows, and then that doesn't really work to do in the middle. So yeah. That's about it. I think also I'm worried about like I have not to flex, but I have a lot of friends in high school.
Weird flex, but okay.
And I'm somewhat worried about like, will I still be friends with them in a year or two because I'm so far away, and I might not, and that would be sad. But you know what? It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's very valid because that's one of my fears too.
See, I tried to get rid of mine by going, but they just followed me.
And then
now they live
every
with me,
single high
Now they
school
live with
friend.
me.
and I can't get rid of them.
Yeah. What a shame.
Joey was the first one to commit to UNW.
Yeah. I love you too, Joey.
Trendsetter.
Pioneer.
90% of Avail followed you.
That's how it works.
Yep.
It's true. Anyways, things that I'm looking forward to in college. That's a loaded question.
I'm hoping
Literally not.
I do. It sounds kind of bad, but like I'm excited to get out of the house and sort of do my own thing because like, I do love being up here in the cities. Like I love the Twin Cities and this whole area. But
You could even go
But
to a
you
Twins
love-
game.
Please don't say, but you love Iowa. Okay, Gideon. That's,
I'm just-
that's another deep poll. That's actually such a good poll. Just Willem, please tell me you're not
No.
going to say, but I love Iowa more.
I do like Iowa. I don't love Iowa more.
He loves
Okay.
the aromatics.
No, it's not that bad, guys. Trust.
Methane.
No, it's bad. It's bad.
No, it's bad.
As soon as you get out,
Yeah.
it's like,
To be
this
fair-
whole place smells like crap.
Yeah, it's literally a
To be fair,
small-
my grandparents live basically in Iowa, so like growing up, we would go and visit, and I'm
So
just
you're
used to it. So
to the smell of crap all the time.
Literally, yes.
Yeah.
yeah, basically.
guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just excited to
Floats your boat.
sort of to be able to get out of the house a little bit because I feel like that's
Boat truck.
important. Like, and Dordt is a good distance away where I can go home if I need to, but also I am independent and living on my own and doing my own thing. I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for the music program at Dordt. It's really, really good, and I'm hoping to get into at least the higher level things that I can at least the highest one that I can. I'm also excited for my dorm situation. I'm rooming with a friend from Indiana, which is really, really awesome because I know a lot of people like at Dordt who don't really know who their roommate is, and it's really hit or miss. Like Grace had a very not great roommate situation in the first year, but now
Drop the
she's rooming
tea.
with her friends, so like it's awesome. But yeah, but I'm looking
Can we
forward
get a
to
full breakdown of that?
no.
We want all of the drama.
Yeah.
Nope. I will leave it at that. But I'm excited for that.
Someone's been PR trained.
Yeah, I already know.
Wow.
But then, yeah, some of the things that I'm scared of, I think Gideon talked about it a little bit, like the whole maintaining friendships. Like, I'm really hoping to maintain a lot of friendships because, like, I don't know, I've known Gideon basically my entire life, even though it's funny enough, we've only been friends for like 4 years.
I was not friends with this nerd until sophomore year
Yeah.
because I don't even know. We go to such a small church and we weren't friends, which is so funny.
Well,
What church do you guys go to?
Redeemer Reformed Church in Golden Valley, so.
Oh,
So there's like 45 people.
Yeah. So it's super small. But I think I've talked with my mom about this. Like, you have all older siblings, so you tended to hang out with the older kids, and I have all younger siblings, so I hung out with the
what
younger
about
kids.
Grace?
Mostly.
She does not count apparently.
A majority of my siblings are younger than me. So
just.
Yeah.
Grace was doing her own thing. No. So I think that's why, I don't know, hanging out with Ariel. But I'm scared about that. I'm also kind of scared just about it is a new place. I mean, I know Dordt very well, but it's just I've experienced it as my parents and as Grace have experienced it, but I haven't experienced it for myself and stuff like that. So I'm kind of scared for that. And also just college is expensive. So like that whole
Yeah. It's expensive.
that whole deal.
buddy.
You so funny. Life is expensive. It's so sad.
I mean, fair point. But just sort of
Oh, inflation these days, it's so bad, guys.
yeah, just trying to wrap my
Yeah,
brain
you
around
laugh
that.
now.
Yeah.
Then you start paying for gas. And
Yeah, all those colleges coming in from China with the tariffs, it's getting real expensive
All
out
those
there.
international colleges are ruining
Yeah.
the market.
They're coming into the U.S.
We need to bring college back to America.
Yeah.
Make college great again.
Yes, it'll be huge.
Yes.
It'll be great. It'll be cheap.
You
Well,
said you weren't gonna do any impressions.
American made. My Trump impression isn't even that good.
No.
You need the hand gestures.
Evans is
You need
better.
to. Yeah.
It's gonna be epic.
There you go.
A lot of guys say
Get
it
some,
won't be.
there you go. Get some New York in you.
Gideon, honestly, just do as many impressions as you can do.
no. We're
We're
stopping
not
that.
derailing.
Not
Stopping
on
that.
podcast.
Okay. I think we should end this
My bad. Yeah.
by the wisdom that's surrounding this table, surrounding these freshmen. They don't even know what they're getting into. So
Uh-oh.
everyone gets one piece of advice you get to share with Willem and Gideon. Ava, you got to come up with something too because
Yep.
you're here. Oh, she said no. She's not gonna do it. She doesn't care
No,
about you guys
you're-
enough.
Ava, you're here. You're
Ow.
legally required.
Ava,
Ow,
you
that
have
hurt.
to.
Sorry.
Okay. Ava, you'll
It was
be
in the fine print. You
last.
should have read it.
Ava will be last. Okay, Mitch. Best piece of college advice.
I don't think you guys are gonna have any trouble to just getting into the community. But when you guys were saying like being scared about like losing friendships and like obviously what you have with your high school friends, those are very important.
But you just replaced your high school friends with better friends.
Yeah, like you.
And then you don't remember them.
Yeah,
Do you really trust Mitch?
like
I trust Mitch with
that
my
was
life.
kind of what I was thinking. Is like we have like this senior class Discord, and so we still like hang out and do stuff all the time. But not every friendship is going to be lifetime. It's not going to last all the time. You're going to have your core like few people, and then you're going to have the people that are just going to speak and be in your life for maybe just your college years or your
They're
high school
seasonal
years.
friends.
Yeah.
Part-time workers.
So yeah, they're just kind of here for like a one act of your life. So
He's putting it into perspective. You guys
Yeah.
all understand.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you for the theater. Now now I get it.
they're in
I
one
had no
season
idea what you were
now.
talking
I
about.
understand it now. So that's just my word of advice.
Mike,
Thank
drop
you,
some
wise
knowledge
Mitchell.
on him.
Yeah, I was pretty gonna say what Mitch said, so I'll come up with another piece of advice. Everyone always thinks that, well, you think like you get to the end of high school and you're like, man, that was the best 4 years of my life. And up to that point, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. When I was a senior in high school, that was the 4 best years of my life because
Yeah.
it was super fun, hanging with the boys, played sports, like do all these things, and then you come to college, and you realize You're not stuck to that 8 to 4 schedule.
Yep.
You have gaps in
I
between.
never was.
Okay.
All right.
Talking about normal people here.
Homeschoolers.
Normal people. You have
You're
gaps
one
in your
to talk,
schedule.
Micah.
You have a lot of freedom. You can do what you like. Half your day is spent doing like extracurricular stuff. You got IMs. You got various events. So I don't know. I'd say you can look back at the things that were good in high school, but it's just it's a whole different phase of life, and it's just better. I don't know.
Yeah,
it just
it
is.
gets exponentially better in college.
Yeah.
Not high school. College.
And then you're gonna get to be a senior in college. You're gonna be like, man, now I just had 4 years of college, and now I'm going into life, and I'm just gonna go on a downhill from here.
Yeah.
But I've also heard adults say that you think that, and then you realize that not being in college and being an adult with a job is like also.
You get to come home from work and not do homework.
Yeah,
or
Joey knows.
write papers
Yeah,
or
get 21 under.
yeah. There you go.
Focus on the things that matter in life.
21 under happens when you're in college, but once you're out of college, that's when you get 22.
22.
That's when it's all gonna change.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So my advice would be to really just savor those moments in college.
Let them simmer.
You can be
Season
sad.
a little bit.
You can be sad about leaving high school, but don't be too sad. And about the friends, just realize that you're not
those friends.
You're not going to be friends with all of them
Yeah.
forever. Stick to the
Yeah.
people that matter. That like that's okay.
Okay, so
I'm
Epic,
rephrasing
now I
that.
have to say to multiple
Okay.
of my friends, you don't
No, okay.
matter.
That's why I'm rephrasing. Stick to your core group of people that you know will be by your side, like Willem, and ditch the rest.
All right.
Just kidding.
Great advice.
Don't try to force things. Is what I'm saying. Don't try to force friendships that you don't think are going to last. Because if they're not, they're not. And that's the reality.
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay. Deep. Wow.
If you feel like you have to like forcefully catch up with each other and make conversation over and over again.
Like it's
You know.
tiring.
Yeah, if
Might
a
get
friendship
tiring.
takes effort, let it die.
Yeah, that's exactly. Exactly.
Let
that's
it
a
die,
great
let it die, let it shrivel up and die.
that's
Come on, who's
perfect
with
that's
me?
perfect advice for relationships too. You know, if it takes
Yeah.
work.
If it takes work, it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. No, that is not true. Asterisk, that is not true.
That
Okay.
was just a
Don't put
joke.
us on that.
I'm like digging myself into a hole here.
Take it
so
away.
I'm gonna pass to
Ava.
Joey.
No, I'm gonna go next. Ava's still stewing over there, and
Boo.
she's got. It's gonna be brilliant. I got 2 pieces of advice. First one, I feel like a good college experience is about balance. Yes, you should get good grades. No, don't waste your time and get a 4.0. Okay, Ava just hit
Good.
me because she wasted a lot of time getting a 4.0. This boy over here got a 3.69, and we're chilling.
Yep.
We got a job, and guess what? They didn't ask me. Oh, did you get a 4.0? They
No.
don't care. They care about who you are as a person. So it's about balance. So have fun. Some nights you should stay up till 3 a.m. Other nights you should go to bed at 8 or 9 because you have a test the next day. But it's about balance. Hang out with different friend groups. Try different
That felt targeted,
activities.
Joey.
And we're saying 3 a.m. you stay up to play spike ball, not do homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Please
no.
don't stay up that long to do homework.
Yep.
Make frequent
that point,
Taco
it's
Bell
not worth
runs.
Yeah, but I feel like the people that have a tough college experience go like all in on one sport and then that's all they do, or they go all in on school and that's all they do and they have no friends. It's about balance. You want a balanced experience. Ava, why are you laughing at me? You know this is brilliant information.
Absolutely.
And second piece of advice, Bray heard it from one of his teachers, and I don't know who it was, but said something when it came to college, like just escape with a wife and a degree and get out of there. And I think that's pretty good advice too. If
Dang.
you check both those things out the box,
So
I'm really
is Mitch
slacking
failing?
Yeah.
no.
I have to stay in college until I'm married. I can't leave now.
Don't you worry. When he gets in those hospitals, oh man, those nurses will come flocking.
Yeah.
Okay, Ava, drop them with some.
that
Drop,
note,
They'll come running to give report.
yeah.
Get some truth nukes.
Ava, you ready to drop some knowledge? Here you go.
Yeah, Beta's here. Let's go.
I am here. Hi.
Yeah.
All right. I have kind of 2 as well, but my first one's not as fun. My second one's more fun. My first not as fun one is I feel like when you get to college, it's so overwhelming at first you just kind of gotta find your routine and find your schedule and like get organized, and then it gets a lot easier because I feel like the first couple of weeks it's like, whoa, I'm in too deep, and then you figure it out and it's a lot better. And then 2, I would just say get out of your room and get involved, because these hooligans stayed in the room for like 3 months.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa.
Turned into a dig.
Wild out
Turned
here.
into a dig.
Oh, they're going to fisticuffs.
We
Give it
give
back.
we
stayed in
the
our-
opportunity of speaking in the microphone. That was not called for at all.
We stayed in our room because we found our friends on like day 2.
Yeah, we were already
And
living
by the way,
together.
we were in Sam's room, not just our room. But Mitch, Evan, and Joey did play a lot of Fortnite in our room.
Hey, those were great memories.
Exactly. What's wrong with that?
But yeah, I second
Just
what
guys
Mike said.
being
It's
dudes.
not. Don't be
nothing better
salty
than
because we
this.
found our friends on the second day, and you did it. We literally did, and we were like, okay, bros, we got them. We done.
That's not what I meant.
No more
but well, like get involved. Like I mean, I met all of you guys playing IMs. I mean, I'm sure we would have met eventually, but like we started by playing IMs. But like you guys didn't get out of your rooms and actually get in the
All right,
stuff.
She is
We
doubling
get it.
down. Okay.
I'm just saying it helps to get out. Well, you guys found people. You guys met.
Yeah, day
what,
2.
Day 2.
Yeah.
Tim
Come on.
and Sam or whatever.
Put some
but
respect on our name.
I am. But like when you got, they are my friends too. But I didn't meet them day 1.
All right,
Maybe
so
that means you're bad at finding friends.
Say no competition.
Hey, I didn't have anyone coming into college. I didn't know like a soul. They knew everybody, so I thought I did pretty well. No, but what I meant was like, I don't know. I feel like when you got out of your rooms and you met more and more people instead of why this is not meant to be a hate speech. I
Well,
just
you can
mean
go
get
back
out
to
of
it.
your
And
room.
yet-
You
and
can
yet
be
here we
like
are.
friends with your roommates, but they don't have to be your best friends that you do everything with. You can branch out and find more people. I think it's helpful that way. All right.
There you go. Thanks, Ava.
Wait, was that your second point too?
Yeah, that was her second one. Yeah, it kind of dragged,
Wow.
but that was her second point. Okay, we got to wrap this one up. Like Avail is gonna wrap up the finishing touches on Big Fish,
Wrap up that.
Big fish.
Yeah, wrap up the
and
fish and
it's gonna be
burrito.
a great success. So I'm gonna pass it over to Mike. Oh no, you guys got to close this
Yeah.
off. Work together, figure it out, come up with some sort
This
of
is too stressful. I
Don't
can't.
get nervous.
outro, and then it'll go to Mike, and he'll take it from there.
All right.
We got.
Whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1. Thanks for listening to the 245 podcast.
Catching the flippity flip.
See you the next row.
Peace out, gangsters.